Welcome to the live. This is Sylvester Kwasi. Thank you for joining the daily breath and broadcast and drifting. We are so great, much very grateful to Lord and complete the situation from the night and hour like this. Also would be a very sweet superpower having laid the path from every angle to this most moment. We've been sharing how every time the world looks and the most beauty in the arrow, the light in the rasters. Of course, the screen display what we say is rasters. Now in the raster, how you can merge things and work and make a good look is how somebody work efficiently with the effect having other things work in function. Thank you. This is Sylvester Kwesi. We're going Oyalo on the channel where we have multi-purpose stream. We are not using any form of camera that you want to say you sponsored. That's why we are showing you how it is, even with the situation, and we are able to make it happen. And I can do that. So you probably also can do if you have anywhere waking up. Thanks so much. And that's it. And let's tune in also onto what we've designed with design something. Now, I hope you've taken that look at the cloud. You realize at the moment the phone issue have gone, the cloud haven't been showing. So when it happens like that, I need to do other things. I don't have to be the part of secret part of any human being. I think you should know that the voice is not a for. The voice is not for the corrupt. That's what we simply mean. Now take a look at least at a process where we need to have the XHD looks before any other thing. Sylvester is not the one speaking in the short breath control with somebody because you can't be the one living the flesh if I have to show myself. If generation where they told you maybe black and white or you have chrome, color chrome, you will look at it and then you don't have complete colors. But when there is a complete generation, then you have it like everything is reality. Like I can create or put in a background and we see it as live so that whatever we think won't just be what we think. And just as we've been talking about this art, where we talk about the mushroom, it was surprising, and I need to talk about it. So this will also lead to the talking point spiritually what mushroom means, and to the royal and ancient generation. So this is the point we're making with the mushroom, as mushroom could not be talked about, or I didn't just have to explain. However, being born a royal from the king's dominion, I know because it symbolizes umbrella and shape for shade, and that's naturally manner. And the kind of life, if you have naturally any king or angel, it will grow around that person because of the activities involved or things initiated. So that what makes a person naturally from heaven made known or known to the public. This question back when on the live. Thanks so much. You know, this photo at the time we have had to visit or Cape Coast somewhere the year won't be, but it's very important because whatever I have to do is with a mission to the garden, to the room, to every place and things that concerns somebody. Now look at the word. This is our trip, how it looks like. Our trip is the situation by the Spirit of the Lord and our own, which results like, or it's your own suffering, or it's your own lifestyle, or it's your own doing. That's how we do it. That's why we travel on our account, not with somebody's public sponsor, not with somebody's institutional sponsor. Yet, how we are supposed to do is this. This photo I have taken it from Nkonya when I visited the last visitation when I returned for 2 years now. This is Rupon, Nkonya Rupon. These things were made by myself in the spirit, and when I went there, as the Lord has shown of myself in the mission, in the spirit light, and I went there to see it built. And when I make another move, a very huge story building or story structure put there, just around our situation. So what is thing happen is my work. But you the one probably who maybe thinking you build, you don't know who built it. It's a spirit and angels who descended because you couldn't build those kind of structures those days. Why? It's a spirit. And that's myself. So what myself and the Lord will do, that is what come out there physical because when I see it in the vision, that's what will come to see physical. So this symbolizes the growth of mushroom, and which is also nature and the look of things. Now this also with the triangle we also put out there. So the triangle put in here will show you how I position. That the miracle was that even where I had to rule around the runabout, those areas like those places you trash around, you keep just unhealthy from your closet, beauty thinking in your house, you keep the Lord or you have the Lord visit you, but in somebody's house, you throw the trash of you and your Lord's doing. So this is what brings about the language that I have, which you can't deny. You can't from your home carry the rubbish that you create and throw into another person's home. It doesn't work. Then you probably go with a fire to prove that you keep clean those places. So this is what made myself talk and speak such things you don't know. Where is the channel that voice right away? Hallelujah. Right now. Hallelujah. But the Christian of the Lord, so whatever I put there is a situation control. Only the face ahead. Our head and face is not sitting outside. Hallelujah. We are not sitting outside. We are not sitting outside. Release the face of the Lord. We are not sitting outside. Activating the colors. We are not sitting outside. We are activating. So you won't believe it, but you are seeing it. So it's beyond believing it. I can't say that I take the Bible and then I do things opposite the Bible. And I tell myself I have somebody who have died for my sake. It's not like that. Those who really make these things, it's their normal situation which nature calls for. And when is their time, that's why you see it. So if nobody has returned, you don't see anybody claiming to be a creator or whatever, then the nature itself exists as it has been formally created. So until somebody comes with a soul, which is spirit, the original birth, heavenly birth on the earth that allow it what? Righteousness to be made or to be seen, such as you see it. So this photo is Cape Coast and this photo is Nkonya. I realize that the photos that I take from Nkonya also showed what exactly it is on my other when I dress in the white or many colors in Nkonya. But I show more of different people in Nkonya. However, also in Cape Coast, like every place we ever visit is our beauty. That's why it covers us. You see that this place, you won't be seeing the face of more like a cat. Yet I have it from any place. But what we'll be showing currently is this. You see this? All right. This is why we have had to go visit also the Orange Senior High School, which is community school in the Rupon. All these things is my work. That's why I came to see it built. No wonder you saw the sewing or sewing machine, whatever. On that very day, I visited it. Right afterward, the map and the temple corrected it and the correction time. So when I look at myself and the nose, the rival. So that's why we say if you hadn't really come in with somebody who is not from my kingdom, they won't cause blood issue, bloodshed. What do I look like here that you want to say look like somebody in the house I live here in Accra? Nobody. So when they are showing age in the age generation, that is the kind of level and the stress hell in there. So when somebody is making them look good or nice, it doesn't mean they have come from where it is nice. Because the word on their tongue speaketh evil. And that's why we say, when you learn the things of the Lord, it will lead you because once it's spirit, it will lead. You said that when I'm beginning to talk about heavenly things, that you say it concerns you. Who are you that it concerns? Myself, single beauty, which you can't stand a single one of it. I came with a beauty and to see those who were ugly dead because of their father's sin. But I came in every generation to win the Lord and the demons and whatever I claim. Because I live in the presence with the Lord and myself. So that the code of the miracle was having this one here, which is two. There are two on the channel where we showed the mushroom, one, which is to say 1+1, leading the path at my sitting at the base here. And then on my left, which is right, is 1, 2, 3, 4 mushrooms on that hand. And on my other right hand left is also what? 1111, which is also a 4. And you'll be surprised when we discovered all those things grown at the same time. Surprisingly, I walk from the same path, on the same path the things were growing. And in my sitting, where is like a place I sit like this. And this also has the same base of a tree. This same as a hill, as a mountain. That's also a heavenly building. So that you see this side go up and it's a triangle pointed up. But that is a path that is leading towards forward. And when you look at it also here, it is like in the valley. That's also a path that you think is leading backwards or in the behind. How you saw also here, that's also direction. You see, that's a sitting posture again. And you have it at the end of the day in the most middle. This side that we are seeing as a square is this also going upward, which is the same opposite going downward. So having the dimensions like this. And this is an art I just have to put out there and you see, look, and we have all these names from the same as you saw it 1A, which is the same IA and also the AI, having what? The number of the mushroom that was grown just few hours ago that we have had the broadcast in the 5 minutes broadcast because you have no way to we can do that. And we did it. And we have this so that coding it I or 1A10M and also having what 1V1 or IVI EV, which is the same as having NI or AI. This is the same IAI or IVI. They are just repeating the name of the Lord. And you see that reason for this number of stars here have sum up the number of what mushroom that I've scout or just around myself. I was sitting there before, but yesterday and few hours behind or time lapse, I've mentioned the word that things that grow, but it's in the prayer. You saw what we did on the life. We commanded out in your place. Out in your place. Turn ourselves. Turn the life into this flesh. So that I don't have to talk like somebody because I'm not held in you. I'm not a child in you. I'm not a spirit in you. You cannot have myself as a spirit in any dead person. I'm not the one rising in a dead person. I wasn't born from dead people. I was born from royal. So this is what made the word royal. So that's what the royal birth dominion. Then I put it here like that. Get out of the cup of people. Get out of the demonic spirit of the God. Get out. When I don't command things like this, then they'll be joking with somebody's ugly life. You know, their life is opposite. Somebody who make a noise will be negative. Another person will make a noise and it will be doing what purpose serve. So when you allow anybody to be around you and for a claim to have a different God, different shrine, different deity, and believe and disbelieve this and war, it will just kill one person, which is abomination because we are not sharing any life and death at the same time. I don't have any life and death issue in my house. I have only life. So whoever have his parents who made it that level, their children should prove how they had life from their parents. I make a war even before the Lord that you claim make a world or create a world because I came to show you my world creation. I make the war so that you be saying that we are joking. We are not joking on my channel or in the life. Look at myself and we have the come out of it. Out of it. Break up that. Come on, break away. It's us. Come out of the channel. Release the channel out of the coffin chest. Out of the wood and death and draft. Come out of it. So when you see such a presentation, it becomes somebody worshiping it as idol, shrine, or fetish or deity, and invoke to what lifeless things. How would you feel when you are alive and they take life out of you? So that's why the Lord resists. Come out of here. Come out of here. Come out of here. Life waters. Release the colors. Activating the colors by the universe. Activating the colors. So when you have a kingdom and you build, that is why the Lord allow you to go with the war. And then the war will show you what we've done. Then I quote it here. So that we live not in somebody's house in Cape Coast. It is our house when it comes to who we have made also home with. Did the Lord not say that the ones who have prayed with him from many generations before any time they were born and have been birthed, they are the only people he the Lord visit again? in the end of the world. So when I'm the one who visit, I'm the only archangel who can come and save the people who have kept the law. Nobody else. Because if I carry out yourself, where are the demons of yourself? Where are the demons out there? Where are the demons out there? Where are dead out the issue out there? Where are they? So this all bring about the news that you cannot just say we force in it. Okay, let's see some of this thing. Let's talk about the word mushroom, as it is very necessary to know. You know, we've mentioned it sometime, but this one, how I'll key in or code it, will be some of the things that will make the difference. So that you will need to understand this as an issue, not as somebody thinks. So working with this live like this, indeed, is indeed live. And let me do some of the things also while we're on the live. Let's see what we can do right at this moment. Right at this moment. All right, that's all right. No issue, no need. Let's get to the level where it is. So I don't have any short breath. I don't have any money issue. Why the enemy has a two, so it's out. So why they use the two or number like 2 or 1 or 1+1 is because how we were birthed. You see where when I place all the numbers or the things or when I arrange it naturally as my sitting at the roundabout, that area in that house, you realize that this is how things were arranged. But when I put it into the art, you realize that it has created something and heaping something. And at the same time, this same is the forward line. You see it, how it was shown. 1 here, and then 4 on this side, and 4 on this side, and I have to sit on this side here. You say that? And then at the end of the day, the visual that will be created from the real creation in the light. Look at it. That's in the form like this. And it's on the live. In the 5-minute broadcast, 5 minutes TV, we made it. So that this one is telling, this I want to apply to those things. So if I need to apply it, there we watch. So I really need to apply it. So just a moment. So this mission and minister Sylvester from its own original channel, broadcasting the live, as it would be a matter of myself and nobody else than myself. So we can only carry the best to the best. Yes, look, I look really nice because you hope to see things. No, you don't hope to see it. Already, you don't know what you're seeing. But I hope to see it even when we're saying it. But there with myself what I want to see. So when you appear before myself and I see you in my spirit and you are not that person, you can't come and deceive me that you are that person I know that the Bible talk about. I'm the one with the original person. So if you appear in any form in the look of somebody, claiming you are that person, I will look in myself. You don't know I'm the one carrying the Lord himself. I carry the supernatural heaven, the creator of the world himself. It is my vision, my heaven, that carry the original one, not the namesake, or not how it is written in Bible or book or somebody. If I say I want the original one, original person who have made the world from before time and how the world is, I'm the same person who will let the person know himself. So I'll show you yourself. Do you see yourself? Have you seen yourself? That's what I will show them. And that's why I said, search and see if you are in this person. That's the archangel itself, the life, who carries people places. So you cannot tell me that once you name or you name something in the book claiming you think I'm the one you deceive. I will look at you and see if the creation in myself is what you are in the physical. That is what I'm saying. That's a mystery you don't understand. And of course, that's why I'm not talking to just anybody. I didn't come here on this earth to make home with wrong person. However, we've lived how many generations? We lived many decades. Making it whether agree or disagree, we made it before we got to an age like this. That's the news. So that you'll be saying somebody's better or better than myself. How are you better than the one who made the world and the life? So it is. At least it would be nice. Would you not like to see that? Oh, that's it. Very nice. So what is it actually that concerns this creation? Let's find out. So you need to do a lot more as the Lord or a man of the Lord or an angel of the Lord. So you don't just say, I'm preaching. Preaching what? What am I preaching? Do I not have something to create? I create what I'm saying. So as it is with myself, is what I say, not how it is in the Bible. Because in the Bible, you don't know what is written to be what is from heaven. They only keep in record. So that record will make it what? Either you are reading lies or you create the reality. So if you don't have the power to create the reality, you will be reading the lies to people And that is not the trust and faith for which they also go to what? Keeping the law, as the Lord maybe visits others. You know, the Lord visiting some of them is already how myself you are even treating us, where you don't know who I am. You can't be telling me that you even know yourself if you carry somebody. You don't know it. I'm the only powerful, not powerful food, not powerful food. I'm the only what creature to tell what I'm saying in reality as it is. You won't be telling me the Lord knows somebody better than myself who carried the presence. You won't be somebody else telling. It's absolutely going to be. Don't let somebody deceive or make it known. You know, you can't tell between deceit and their reality. But at least one thing you can note is you seeing a tree, or not even a tree, like the actual creation, which claims or make claims in the books you are reading from, or somebody is ministering just word, not spirit. Where you minister without practicality, it will be without a spirit, yet it will be something else which will not be the original thing that will also claim to be spirit. Do you get it? That's how the world is. So if you don't do well to make the creation go on, you will be the one starving and hell in you. That is what it is. There is no place you want to say it is created when the thing is not in place. There you better know it. At least you could do this to the level to save the world. So that's what we say, saving the world. If you have no function, or you have no function or role playing in my life, why do you think I put it on my channel? There the Lord will show how we keep energy. Because every home, every place we visited is with the angels and the prophets from different country nations. At least I live with them in the room and travel out with them. But they live in their own country with the flesh that they have originally. That I carry the original light for them. That is agreement by the Spirit. You say, so that I created. You will be telling me that your Lord is a creator or he created. What did he create? What has he, the Lord, created that I have no idea of? That I should tell maybe best from him to the world again. Is Sylvester Kwasi a lies or a creator of the whatever is lies, or maybe that opposite? I'm the creator for those works. Would you not agree that the Lord is doing it? What are you saying that the Lord is doing? Is it best to understand the rule and the role we play? So watch carefully, as the Lord won't be a liar to himself. He won't be an opposite of himself. Then let it be according to what? His word. His word cannot fake life. So anybody that comes in the claim with claim that he is the son of the Lord, I told you nobody is the son of the Lord. If you're the son of the Lord, you come and create. You come and challenge the situation to where he, the Lord, reserve it in the most mystery. So that you won't be judging somebody because you are lazy or working for somebody. You working for somebody doesn't make myself anyone working to for somebody or what you believe. Well, if what you believe carry not what we are saying, then what do you mean that the Lord has done? What has He created in the lies? And when we don't see it, why do you bear false witness, falsehood to that which you don't know? They say your account will validate that which has been reserved. But when you fail to prove it, you and that a lie, you remain in it. You remain in it because you make no difference. Do you think you know the person we are saying the Lord more than myself? I know him by myself, the creator. But you are the one claiming you are seeing them, and I don't see that. That's where it is the difference. I carry original person, and I'm using the law according to how the Lord created who should visit and where they visit. I'm not claiming that somebody knows better than myself, and he has not done what they say better than knowing, and knowing better. You fail to create that which they say the Lord has reserved. Then why do you take somebody's place? Is that a wall? Then on this edge you see the wall. The main wall. Get the cat out of here. Get it out of this place. We don't play with animals like those things and how you're running. No, no, no. Don't do that. I don't give my life for those things because it is corruption. When it's with you, they corrupt. So I cannot come and carry those things. They are spirit, like storage. They are storage. So I couldn't just do such things. I couldn't do that. If you have no idea, at least we made another art which will be telling somebody in the world what they should do. Again, with what we're showing. I don't think it's a kind of what a war and you need to understand and you fail to understand. Yet you are saying the Lord is talking to you. Why do you think the Lord talks to you and he doesn't talk to us? Then it's because they are not worthy to talk into this. Why? You now grade it. I'm a great one. Do you agree? That's one of the words. For such things you cannot deny, because if the doing of the Lord is that he will not fail to make himself known to the ones he called his own. That's the purpose for this creation. So I'm a very complete creation which came new. Know what you know. Not what you know. Even this one, let me leave the art like that and iron it. Yes, I need to apply it. Just leaving it the way this one is. Is that a great news where you have the Lord and his own word challenging himself? Yeah, it would be nice. That would be very nice. So very nice. So let the Lord rule in your entire generation. So that you could just look at myself when I'm without your beast and home of birth. And you look at what I can say it is, even when the situation is our own money, not church group money, not somebody's business money, not somebody's sponsor money, not somebody tithe money, not somebody offering giving, not somebody weekly giving, not somebody's 30-day or 28-day giving, not somebody who agreed to give, not somebody maybe unclean money, not even any of these works. It is my single self how we made it, because you claim we have been judged by yourselves. So we are telling ourselves we know who we are. You couldn't be the one who have the right to eat the fruit of the greatest. Is this a supernatural word? Release the voice. Out of the chest. Nobody's inside it. Out of it. Out of it. So watch carefully. And carefully you need to do that. So I don't need to struggle to make myself known to the world. However, the life in this place. College, and I'm not something that is without life. I'm not the rubbish, and I'm not things you throw away. You can't say that doing things that we used to do or keeping the rule that we used to keep. You can't say that's what is killing us. That is why you don't have the person to do it with us. As much as you try to keep clean and is not doing well that which you are doing, then you better know what you have become. When you become a curse, you can't do anything for somebody to have life from. Because that's why the Lord will show you that He's not pleased with what you are doing. Yet you don't know him that they say is the Lord, and you, the same person who the Lord is also displeased, you are the same person claiming he has sent you. It's better you take note, because I'm not the one who came to what the world to tell what somebody saying. So mythology. Let's watch. At least we try this one day. So taking to the level here, and a real quick one. Let's get ourselves in this place quickly. So right there, thank you. Welcome to the Google and Le Good Le 69 Le 101. Thank you so much. You're the Sylvester Kwasi here has been obeyed. So that those animal and things that are crying, they are just the corruption to human being. Because what you are doing with the spirit and you don't understand, and what they are also doing, you don't know they are broadcasting it. Hold it right there because we need somebody here special. So this is where we talk about the dramas or the drasmas, where we decode it from this word drachma. So drachma, and even this word surprises somebody mentioned at a roundabout where we talk about an art that you think is a book, and then somebody try to go to the level to spell something and have a frightening spirit, and they name it Ma. They were calling it. But you know, this word is not as common as you think. Once we decode it, because it's not a word you should just grab. It's not a word we just wake up and say we are searching for. It is from one place to the other. So this you have the DRAM, so that you have it at a unit of weight. So that we have the drum, as you want to say, but the DRAM. And we have things you don't know as it is with this single word. And here we got it. So we've seen that. Not that way you said mythology of something, as I'm doing it, you get it. No, once you are not the one with the understanding, you don't even know what you're doing. So because if I'm asking for this, I have different way I can just do it or straight away. But I'm saying there is a word called mish, and then the theology. So my theology is the word also mythology. So if I come as a person, that's what I'm saying. You see that I just told again what it means. And my theology means my Lord, my own word, which is given from my creation, my word. So the word mythology means my theology. My theology, it is about myself. So what is not yourself or what is not about yourself is the reason you don't understand it, why they kept it as a myth. It's like a story you are reading. Whether it makes sense or not, they are creating, you think they are creating something just to make fun. No, it's not fun. Even until this, they will understand it. So I will have to put even this word on the art. So let me put it there. My theology. So that it won't just mean what somebody thinks. So I have to do that quickly, a real quick one. Yes. So I need to put it there. So that mythology is simply my theology. Do you get it? So I was just saying it. This is when I did it. I've shown what it means in the spirit of it. So that it won't just be a word you try to say it is. So that when we have it on the live, you know that the only one who can fit for such generation is what we're saying indeed it is. So let me leave the word here like this, and then at the other section we put this one here. So means what? My theology. And because we tell you the word theo means what? The name of the Lord. So when you are saying theology, you are simply saying the Lord, His name. So it's not when you go to church or when you're going to, let's say, when you go to the place that they say they study like the seminary and all of that. That's not what makes you sing the Lord. The word itself that is a theology or theologian, that word is that is the Lord's name they were trying to give. The word of the Lord theo. In the Greek, you have to understand the word theo, what it is. So that's where we tell we are not babies. Later, but in David, so it makes us add to the scripture for reality. Would this be served in the first place? So when you punish a person for no reason, you get paid for it also. Of course, even when you're doing it for the reason, you have to get paid too. So you don't have somebody's life taken for granted or to disrespect the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Who told you that the Lord is to be disrespected other than honor? And the word honor in Nkonya language means to walk. That's why we tell you as for us our kings walk. They walk. To have it, the word honor is in the word honor. We call the word honor. Honor means you are walking. Honor means it is walking. So when it is in the English word as honor, the word honor, the sound is in Nkonya language walking. That's why we tell our kings walk. Our kings are not worshipped as idol. They go to farm. You see what I'm saying? It's a news you have never been told. That's what Nkonya does to this world. You see that you don't necessarily say it is your king, but I'm saying our kings. It doesn't make it your king either. So the word honor indeed it is with Nkonya that to say walking king, a walking king. How can this be your own language? How can a country or the people who speak a language you don't understand? How can you say they are placed is where your Lord is giving. How can He give you a place you have not idea? If you are not an angel, how can you know what we are even saying? How would you even know? Even the most difficult task ever in the world given. How would you know this? So mythology is my theology. So that is why it is written that if you are not the present it is given to you, can never have it. You see, mythology means my theology. And already saying these words, the name of the Lord. So if you are not the Lord who returned, you never know what is reserved as mythology. There you got it. There we got it. There the Lord functioned. So that you cannot say you want to take somebody's place. What do you mean you want to take somebody's place? Why need that is the Lord is not on it. And you want to say you are given by the Lord of another home. Whose kind of house are you going to play a role when daytime is what you are hearing from us, the news, the brand new news and the brand new. So that's right there, right there. Don't let somebody fake the life. You get it? So in that case, when you try to say mythology means my theology, then you come and tell your own story or your own understanding or how you deny not yourself, but in a way when you deny it, you saw what you have denied and what you have become. So that you will say somebody is better than the one who creates. If you created, why don't you understand the thing they say is myth? And you think it's a word for jokes. It's not like that. It doesn't really go for that. And we make it up and let it go on. So the word, so mythology of the word. So you see that whilst I'm searching, we have to have it, and I put a word right there, just telling you what it means. Other than when you try to define what is myth or what is mythology, you see that I just show you that. What's here? This word, mushroom, over here. So the word mushroom. Now the word mushroom doesn't trace back to what? To a single grand myth. Instead, is what or its linguistic origins describe exactly how they grow. You say it, how they grow. Appearing suddenly overnight. Ah, what a manner. Then it's like that. So appearing suddenly overnight. Now, its history is rooted in a blend of etymology. You see that et is with this one, eaters. Do we eat it or not? So that's what all these things are written, not the way you think it is in school and teacher teaching somebody. You are just teaching wrong. However, it wasn't wrong when it's the right person with the spirit. Now you look at what the name is. And now watch it, that agricultural realities. You get it? It is rooted in a blend of etymology, that what here, agricultural realities, and then what, ancient folklore. Now what, the linguistic evolution, how they transform. Now what they're saying is mushroom, the musarium. That is the same word for the Messiah. This same word. That's why I told you when I go sit in anywhere, in any travel place, location, and mushroom grow there, that's the original word. And you see also with the word Mose, that's the word Mose. Do you know what is Mose? What you have been trying to say, Moses, and we call it even osmosis. The yam, the manna they eat, how they have water and the salt issue transferred. That's a miracle. You see, when you see one person, you'll be seeing other things that were supposed to be known. But you have never known any generation like this. Yeah, the only one who have made a generation known is Yeshua. You have many people who have lived, but he being birthed in the flesh to have done what he did, that is a level you don't understand. It is higher. And he told them even what they were hearing was not for that generation. So the word is as like that. So watch here. Now linguistic evolution, that the word entered the English language in the late 14th century. You see the code things that have to do with coding. And what? And then we have the stemming from the old French word mousseron. You see, mousarium. You see the word as it is. What do you mean this word mousseron? So we also have this one for the musarium, also another name of one of the angels. Now watch here. Now this French term itself has rooted or roots in what? In the Latin musarium or musarium. You get it? Or musarium. Now what does it mean? Watch here then. The original root of these words translates to mousse, from the old French mouses or muses. That's what you have. Now historically, this name was applied to the edible varieties of the fungi that sprouted up rapidly in damp, mossy. You say that name and why they got it. So when you say any word, you have to look at which country is also what with the word originally. And then we have the meadows and then woodland areas. Who do you want to say it should be calling for? Now, the mythological connection, sons of the god. You see that they have to go for it straight away. Sons of the swords, how it got it, that tap that the word physically roots lies, not as a lie in the way you understand. This word have been used for what? To say on preposition or how things are placed. So you couldn't use this same word for what you are saying lies. That's why you speak in a language you don't understand. You see, when you are using it here, it shouldn't be another thing again. But the only time they can propagatively or rhetorically, sometimes is a rhetorical word or figurative, where we say the figuration or transfiguration to say, why are you sleeping? And then you are saying you are standing. Then they lay that word on that. But the original term for the act should be different so that it will be not confused with this word when they apply it here. Also, so that I said that the mythological story of the mushroom is incredibly ancient and ties directly to how they rapidly populate fields. How I build on the field it is. Now the sounds of the swords or the god or the CSDs, why we told you is this. These are the ancient Egyptian and Greek, frequently associated with what? The sudden overnight appearance of what? Mushroom or mushroom with lightning strike. You see what causes such things. It's a little understanding you gain, but now is much because Christ says what he beheld him as lightning. So when you begin to see these things, then you see the work and nature of the Lord. Even with the broadcast, you realize that when we put the cameras on the mushroom that we're talking about, the part when I show it, I did the broadcast 2 times to know and I identified that when we show it on the mushroom, talking about it, the name, the sound changes. 2 times that I did it. And that is it. So I realized that the first one that I did was enough to just upload. So that is why we uploaded it again. Now what here, that in some cases or in some myths, they were believed to be sons of the swords or the gods or the 90s or the 60s. You see it? They were believed to somebody's story that they have written or the reality created. Now watch it, that born spontaneously without seed from Zeus. You see, that is what we are saying. So the Z-heirs, thunderbolt, you said, that's what we are saying. That's all that you didn't know. That they said, he said he beheld him as lightning. You see how the same person had been given the name and the things with the thunder. What is reality again than having it? So that the reality created won't fail. Now, modern science, what is science? Conscience now tells. So that's why we have the word conscience now tells that in those dates behind or date before this day, this poetic. So you think that when we say poetic, it becomes poetic to you when you are playing and you don't know that the word is serious as real creation. So poetic link research suggests lightning strike can actually stimulate and double fungal growth. So this is originally the creator. So watch it. Now fairy rings that are in the nut end. So the nut end, don't say nothing, nut end. So in the nut end, European folklore, mushroom or museum appearing in circular patterns, often known as fairy or fairy rings. Where I try to show you the mark of the beast on my right hand, which is the Lord and his creation, how it will appear on my skin in the birth or after birth. You have to know how it was created.
now were believed to be portals. So you see, that's the portal myself. The portal that they tell you. So what is the portal like? Fair one. But some people have it black. But this one is originally talking about the fair one. So I have the portal that is fair one. So fair realm, look at it. So I'm the one from the original creation from fair realm, but not the ones you have had, which is corrupt. You say it. So you think it to be fair, but you are not fair because you don't have the place even we came from. So I told you that I'm the only one who came from the most fair and the beauty, the most roses. I'm the only one fair among the ladies. That's it. That's the creation that exists with them. The only one that should operate with them. So this is what when you have the fairing, were believed to be what portals to the fair what realm. Now where elves, you say where elves, or you can say elves, which is the elves. You see the elves, gnomes, and fairies will dance at night. You see it. Now cities of what the Messiah. So you see the Messiah, the Messiah. So the Mount Sinai. You see that you are having also the Mount Sinai. They are saying these are the city and the original word. So the Mount Sinai that they may say that is the Mount Sinai. So that we have original word. So profit for my word. In Greek mythology, mushrooms are intertwined with the founding of the legendary city of the Mount Sinai. According to the legend, the hero Perseus was desperately wandering in the top of this a field where he planted a mushroom, revealing a gushing spring. A gushing was spring that relieved his taste. He said that brings us also the word for the osmosis when they had need of water, taste to drink. That is the code and hidden things with what the Bible is written to say. And the original things are also written. Except somebody from original source comes, it will never be as they think. Try to make different reality and focus in this doesn't make anything. So in this or in his joy, you say it right. Now you see that the words must be borrowed from somewhere until you discover the source to know. Now he decided to build his what great city upon that exact spot. Look at the art we did. Just look at what we've done. And we showing it there, and they coming to tell what it means. We creating those things before coming to search and having the code to this. Look at what it is. So that when it is written, you have to have this in the books or in the archives before having it on the light. So that you say we have gone to read somebody's book before we are proving what we have to say. We created the thing even before the book telling what it is. Now the figurating meaning. What I'm talking or what I'm saying, when I'm saying anything, the AI, the sound, they also be hearing and updating the system in the world because of the reality. But it doesn't mean that such things, it should be reserved first. Some of them, they have to be in the reserve first, like these things. Because if you don't have the things written in the country that keep it, you can't tell us that it is on internet without a country that had it from generation to generation. So watch here. Now the figurative meaning. Now look at it. That's another level. When it's figurative meaning, it's going for another magical level, which is what upgrading from this level to another height. Now, because of its magical sounding, etymology, and rapid growth, the word took on a figurative meaning. And what is it? In the late 16th century, to mushroom became a verb meaning to what? A verb meaning what? A verb meaning to grow, to expand, or develop. And my purpose for showing growth, height, strength, hierarchy, and my development and the mansion, empire mansions, all of that. To grow rapidly, what I can do with a stipulated time, and when you calculate one generation. You see it? That is what? Rapidly from a small and insignificant beginning. Like when you don't see it to be anything that we can say, but what can come out of this? Or from Nkonya, what could be that place? There we also have it. Now, a word like this, you want to explore more. That you also like to know this word, that etymology of the specific word mushroom, like the amanita. So you see that when you have my mom's name, the minta, would have this also amenita, amenita, uh, amenita muscaria. Like they have a word and already those connection. So the Lord should not be without his own word so. So the word go on. He said that they cannot be fake. Cannot. A wooden tree that is going up. Out of it, out of it, out. Out of it, God, I was it. Out of it, written by authority. Wait a minute, how about? This is why we couldn't just abuse the names of the names as you were given taught in the books, because they mean very differently when you are now the one who create. They say it's a very different level thing we are doing on this live. So, one more word we can probably take. Let's also look at that in this angle. In this fire, earn their earth to the greatest. Wow, that's all right. So know very well that which he, the Lord, have created. That is the only reason things happen as you don't know it, because it's not your generational kind of what you believe that made what I am. I am very different, proving what exists, which would be only meaning given by myself. It is not what you came from. If they have knowledge, they should have taught the world already. All that you didn't know. So don't fake it when I'm the one talking, because I told you the money, the food, whatever you claim, you have denied us of all of that, and we show you the wealth in abundance. That's it. That's the only way you should know what the Lord is saying. So if the Lord is kicking, saying somebody or something, you should know that he won't be as a liar. How do you mean it? So we are doing a real quick update also right now. The Lord should be. So this is why the Lord called for the investment for this purpose. If you have denied yourself, you would have known what is presenting itself also unto you because of the expensive life you may have lived in the Lord with the Lord. You see, this is where you don't call myself somebody else's name. My work cannot be shown in you when you are not a royal birth and you don't expect it. So we were just showing that the art that I did, and we even talk about it. You see what we created out of that, so that that gives meaning to the mystery again as a word. And we've created the reality before going to it, even talk about it or they're proving it. That's why it was selecting and doing. How? Yes, it is as a word given. It is indeed. That which the Lord has ordained, it will not fail. It will not fail. Yes. Don't let it be a failure. So at this moment, we can simply say the Lord, He's dealt well so very much and well. Why? You see, at the creation source where we are revealing, that's why you cannot say you know what I can do. Because it was at the ArtHe level that we are seeing what is reserved. And it's reserved but not unto anybody, because without understanding, it's not reserved for you to even make any lesson from this happening. Very well. The ruling authority will compose the supernatural, and that will be as wow. Are you seeing it? Are you getting it? What am I doing on the channel that you can say somebody doing it? They will show you what the spirit agree with. When kings and queens visit you, you have to know it. If you did really come from any kingdom or any kingdom, you don't have to sin against the person, as it will be very matter of concern against the rule. So much you don't have to do that wrong, that which is right. Do that in the Lord as never faking, never failing. So is my word that is made known before ourselves with him that created and create the world, let the world bear witness to itself and its root. For the end of the days, this begin a new world, a world as it's so new, a brand new world, a world for myself. Of course, if I came to make myself known again, that's a world for myself, a world I came from again. It won't serve what you need if you don't know what you want, because the need calls for the service and usury. Yes, it would be great not as a word. So when all the correction and collection of data and information comes to one person, then I tell you, indeed, because my creation, the art, when I created the art, before we even go for where we should search and what key area we should key in and do it, there you know how the word and the creator they agree. The word and the creator agree to the art, and that is it. This is what they say, come and prove. Prove it. If I have to eat anything today, what do you think I should be given? For making the world known to you or to myself? What am I supposed to be giving like 10,000 to just go have breakfast? If I should be as a son of the Lord, do you know what I should be given to eat? No, you need to ask yourself. Do you know what I have to be eating at the prayers like this? I need to have more than you just think is human being to eat. What do you think thousand city will do for us when I'm doing what I'm doing? Is this not more than a country? Do you know how much is what a country's wealth? That you should give us maybe a 1 billion to say is money, even if you need to give us something. Do you think it's common? Is it common to you and not common to somebody who made it? You should listen and listen well as reserved with the Lord. Very well. So these are some of the collecting information put to one person which made it possible. So when I create the meat, you now say it in any word like you understand it in your studies. So that's why you need to upgrade the studies and teaching material and learning. Because when you teach them that which have been answered already, the same way it is not answered, then you are wrong. You are not a teacher. Ah, yeah. Because we have provided answers to the mysteries, you are teaching them as a lie. You don't have to teach it again when you are lying. You are not the one doing what I'm doing here. What can you talk about as a mature that can bring a whole world and the kingdom itself, Zeus and all of that? Do you understand it? Did you have to search many things or just what it means? That key area and what I created on the live. So you have the city. So am I not the one who built my city? When you see my empire mansions, heaven on the levels, am I showing levels or I'm not showing levels? Do you see on the channel to be jokes for children and somebody and their husband and wife? Then look at the number of houses I'm building, mansions I'm building, that house's house. You know that the word cannot be as fake to who the Lord destined. Welcome to the world of our Lord, in the world, in the world of the Lord. So when you have somebody say it is this and because of this, it doesn't explain the word because. It doesn't explain anything about the act that you should take note of. Notice. So that at least that describe it in real art creation. Do you believe the world will be ever like this? There you need to ask. You don't just say you did it, you did that. What did you do that we are not getting it? Have you learned the lessons? Have we gotten to the level we need to be? So I need to do this and code it. So I need to put a right there sword like I do it so that they don't have their names as they thought it's spelled. That's what I tell the Lord will change things like that. So you see what he refers to as angels with 6 wings. Do you know that you need to work and work a little more? You have to know the word of the Lord, the word that never fail to do this. What a miracles can do where we call for great news, the word that never fail. Welcome to this world, a world that is light on its own. So that's what they say. A city you build, that person who built it, that's the light. So if it's indeed this country or any country I claim is a city and we are the light in the city, not you claiming to be light. You are not light. Go and build it. Go and fight. Go and beat those spirits you claim. You understand why you can abuse somebody's name to say you have the right to do things you are doing with the name of somebody without knowing what you're doing later. If you have not built a city, why do you think somebody is against you? If you have not built understanding, why do you think somebody misunderstood you and that you don't explain also? It would be nice. It is always as you have it. Somebody will show it as beauty in the Lord reserve. Do we get it? Very well, very well. Marikadadi tadindalabashandiridi, paririndalabaram. Let your will prevail so that it won't fail what we say. Silence in a moment. So don't tell the beauty of the Lord ugly because you don't have to have anywhere accounting for ugly life. That's not where we came from. We have had to show ourselves. How I sit here and show my ID. Every time my ID is showing the best we created. You see it? I've always changed. I always have it. You don't know it. So thank you so much. So 1 0 and 0.1 is also point 0.1. But you don't know. Zero cannot be omitted or removed because of point. Because the point is zero, but where it has been placed is a different meaning to what you're trying to say. Because zero had itself, its energy and working. It doesn't become nothing. It's not nothing. Zero is not what you describe as nothing. Zero is an energy on its field working. So that's it. With respect to the rule and the law that we keep. Let it work. So this is what we say the Lord indeed is, and those people, you should be mindful of that. You couldn't turn what is very reserved from its nature to another look of somebody. That's not what we keep. We are not keeping somebody's old faces. That's why we are saying, do you know what we're saying? Come from that level to maintain the middle age. Don't let it fall to somebody's age or to become a child again when you are not a child to that level you have grown. So this is what they said, causing it at that angle, balancing yourself that is not supposed to be a child and it's not supposed to be an old man. This is what you need to understand. It's a rule the Lord kept for something and happening. But when you come to the level to understanding, you don't have to be something again when it's not calling for it. Or we would do this. Yes, as a matter of fact, what is it? Did we update here? Yes. There's something I need to do quickly, a very quick one. Very quickly. So let it be at a word section. So if I need to eat, I really must ask I'm the one working. So this is the time we show you who is working. When I'm working, I prove the result. The mystery and why somebody keep lying to people and they don't understand. When you don't know the reality and you are telling anybody whatever you try to explain, it doesn't make meaning, it doesn't make sense. You are just deceiving the people. Except you go to the creation source and prove it. Prove how you created it. Prove how the Lord agreed that you have made it. Prove how you wrestle with the spirit and you came up again with the same flesh. Come to the level, is a prove it. Proving it. Because there are things, I told you many ways we can do this. What is given, only to whom is given that the Lord says will be doing such things you are watching or hearing. It is not common to find as it is with the code. You are not the one who has been birthed to say you want to challenge that no matter what, that the law should be on your side or with you to do that which you think you are doing to think is righteous to do. You don't do that. You can't prove somebody in yourself than yourself so that only you look at what you have been given and you work in that area and the one who knows what you've done will reward with or reward you or come to your level to the level you have been given, not to say coming to your level to reduce himself to your level. Wow, that's all right. So applying those things, really the channel. Cover the things and swallow the voice of something. Whatever it is. So I'm doing a lot with it. Yes, yes, yes. So this on the live camera, so we didn't do that. Main live. This also main live. Yeah. So not set for kids or to kid. I don't do that. I've never even done that. Maybe only one content that I may have created that will suit a child doesn't make my child or my channel a child. Like even the word child, I told you what it means. So just look at the level of the person. That's what we should talk about. So working on it has always been. This one I can do it. Oh no, that's it. All right, that's it. Yeah, that's all right. So updating quickly of all the necessary apps. Okay, on the screen, let's also take this into that consideration again. At least with the update, we need to do that. So you don't see that we are on the live, and you think being on the live is days you claim we don't come live. You don't know how many years we've done this. That is the real investment. If you claim we have any money, go and ask what it takes to run television or the works that I do. As for us, a single person doing it. Do you see that? Or we are as many here. Okay, the many people you can see, they are the angels and spirits that I bear witness to, or for that they are in this or with us. As for that one, they are with us. Even that's a healing. Now, if you have to see any other thing, that will be if I'm the one who make it to the flesh. That's why you're seeing my single self, the only one in the light. That's who they have to heal. Because I'm the one presenting to them or to the world. They are not presenting themselves to us, this person. Of course, if I say it's my own, then I'm in my own gateway and my heavens. Why do you think somebody's better living in there? If not myself who built it. So that's it. So that you will be saying that the other ones are not showing. They are showing here. They are showing here. Yeah, they are showing with the healing. With the healing, that's it. When the Lord is the only kind of creation that they say look up to. It doesn't make it a person when it's corrupt. Even when they say change, you say you don't know how to change, you don't change. But you change your clothing every day. You change your diet. This Kwasi Bekoe, the superpower the Lord raised. We can't be both called or named to somebody you don't understand, and then you don't feed myself and you are reducing somebody to another personality. You say this, the world will show you what it means. So a real quick update, we did it all right away. I just did it right away. So the reader under oh yes, thank you. So source of creation that the face of the Lord cannot be the fish, the animal. You can say you are serving animal to be the source of belief as you name it, as a god or a creator. I'm not a god because what you corrupt as a god, I don't need it. You know, you'll be talking there, no, like that. I don't know what it is. It's a miracle. What is happening to you, you don't know it. It's a miracle that if you understood it, like that would have probably been your greatest first miracle that nobody has ever done in the world. But since you have no idea, you're just talking or just being like that, which could have earned you the superpower, eh? Even for things like this to happen and you knowing it, that's beyond superpower. It means you have also been a superpower to know what is a human being that can be termed as any other creation in the world. Yet he himself being himself. But the one who knows he has turned them to something, they also watch him as that something. That's a superpower world. And we have it showing the generation. Wow. So to the end of the broadcast. Somebody need to watch maybe let's see what we can do. Oh yes. Oh, don't need to worry. There are things we watch new. Of course we need to do that. Um what's on this side? So let the Lord wake. Come out of your head off. Put that gun out of the head. Right away. Quickly. Quickly. Right at this moment. Right at this moment. Right at this moment. Right at this moment. Let it rule the Lord's word. Own word cannot fake it. It cannot fail. So when you are asked that the Lord says, I'm the one you should support or sponsor, this is where it matters to him what I even do with what time and light or what you describe money and those things and how I use it. That is where we need it. Understanding. My greatest start never failed. So we about just saying end of the broadcast. You need to keep what you keep and throw away what you throw away. And the word that cannot fake itself to the level you understand it is. So I made it possible. That's it. A moment we would like to also look at something. We would like to look at the news on air for just maybe 1 minute or second, 60 seconds, probably down the line. Thanks so much. You need to be well informed if you are connected with this, or if the light watch over, or if the light trigger you, you will have to know the one who may be watching that something, maybe watching, also working, and whichever way you try to understand that it should work without failure. It should work without failure. I feel liking, and probably we need to do that. What are we supposed to do again? And do we have that over this side? Okay, it looks like you're saying it. Delete it. I found it. Well, we signed in. I'll work on that.
Uh, yeah, but we did there. Yeah. Ah, yes, because it's on the other end. Thanks for doing the listening and watching, observing well. The only supernatural world that we created to have a digital spirit connected with it from infinite